Hi, this is Pastor Keith. I just wanted to give you an update about the Lead Like Jesus event that's taking place on June 2nd and 3rd in Berlin, Maryland. It starts at 6:30 on Friday night and then begins again on Saturday morning. And all the information that you need will be attached to this video. I wanted to just show you some of the helpful concepts that I learned in Lead Like Jesus to urge you and encourage you to get there. You might say, but I am not a leader. You are a leader in one of two areas. You are either a life leader, life role leader because you are a mom or a dad. You are a teacher. You are a brother or a sister. Your position and place in life makes you a leader to others. And so learning to lead. And then there are places where you are an organizational leader. You are some kind of team leader, or you are a manager. You have that role because of your job or some other area of influence. Maybe you're an elected official. So there are two different kinds of leadership. This kind of leadership is for life. This kind of leadership is just for a time. And so focusing on growing as a leader in these areas is important. Lead Like Jesus teaches that leadership is all about service and benefit of those who are led. The spheres of leadership that they'll talk about are first leading the self, because we first must learn to lead ourselves in order to begin to lead another. Once we lead ourselves and lead another, we're then able to grow in our ability to lead a team. And then we move on from that to leading an organization, being in charge of the whole. Many people want to rise to prominent power in an organization because they see in their mind's eye how the organization can function better, and yet they've spent very little time developing their own leadership gifts or spent little time leading another. The Lead Like Jesus curriculum also talks about what they call the ego, which is that we are either on a regular basis edging God out, or we are exalting God only. What are the characteristics of each? How do we respond to fear and pride? And then how do we embrace humility and boldness? They also talk about the habits that a leader manifests in two different areas. One is the being habits, whereby we abide within the love of God. We understand it, acknowledge it, accept it as a reality. And then from being flows doing. At Harvest, we believe that we exist to know Him, to be, and to make Him known. Our being leads to our doing. And so identity, who we are, is extremely important. There'll also be some discussions about how our ego works with other people's ego and how that works with people who are equal to us in authority, those who are above us, and those who we are called to lead. There's discussion about goal setting. If you apply yourself throughout the seminar, you will leave with a plan, a commitment to grow. And there's a great series of follow-up emails that are very helpful. And there's a unique opportunity that we may discuss depending on the turnout for Harvest. Finally, vision and calling is an area that is quite well mapped out within that, where you determine based on gifts and your understanding and your personal passions who it is that God has created you to be. Who are you called to be? And then based on what you know and understand of God and the Scriptures, what is He calling you to do in the world? And so vision doesn't just flow from creativity, it flows from your strengths, your values, your mission, and then you construct a vision out of that. So I'm really hoping that you will take the time to sign up, make your way down to Berlin on June 2nd and 3rd. And you'll find all the information you need to sign up attached to this email or Facebook post. Thanks so much for giving me just a couple minutes of your time.